So here is the Harley Davidson 2021 Sportster 1200 Iron. Woo! It's been a while. Look at these mini apes here. Now obviously I have ridden the 1200 series, which was the Roadster and the 48, but I haven't ridden the Iron yet. So once I finish this, I can finally say I finished all the Sportster series, and then I can rank it for y'all. Pretty familiar with the Sportster here, so I'm glad for that. And right now what I'm doing is I'm part of the Harley Davidson Test Your Metal ride, and these guys are traveling all across Canada, and Victoria is the first one. So right away I find those mini apes really nice and comfortable. My arms feel super relaxed. It is mid-control like my Iron 83. It does have 1200cc of displacement, which gives you that additional power that you want on the highway. Now what I want to do is compare this power with the other 1200s, because I don't think it would be fair if I compare it to the 883. I gotta give them more space here. Now, I generally don't like doing group rides, but I don't really have a choice with this. The power delivery obviously feels pretty good. It doesn't feel as fast as the 1200 Roadster, and maybe it's because the bike is also in its break-in period. It's got only like 30 kilometers on it. However, I am feeling a lot of vibrations through the handlebars, and that is quite different. Now, what I really do like is these mirrors. Because it's so high up, I can clearly see what's behind me. As for the seat, it does feel hard, kind of like the Roadster, where the cushion was very, very thin. It handles corners all right. I still favor the Sportster 1248 for cornering. So the only differences between Iron 83 to the Iron 1200 is you get this mini fairing, which is blocking out some wind to my chest, not a lot. Definitely getting all the wind on the head still. You got this mini apes, which I think is about 10 inches. Compared to how I ride on my Iron 883, I'm definitely standing up taller, and my arms definitely feel very comfortable on this. I feel like if I upgrade the seat on this bike, I should be able to comfortably ride this bike a lot longer than my Iron 883, just because my arms feel really, really comfortable. I definitely feel more vibrations through the handlebars on this compared to the Iron 883, and I think it has to do with the long travel, because longer the arm, the stronger the moment. But yeah, I think this is a good test to what kind of handlebar I would want for my Iron 883, and so far I like it. I feel more relaxed on this bike for sure. Now, because I have ridden the other Sportsters, I'm just kind of skipping the initial impressions of this particular motorcycle, just because I've done it before. So if you want to catch what Sportster 1200, my initial reactions are, you need to catch it from my previous videos. But in terms of how this bike looks and feels, I would say it's definitely manageable for a new rider. Plus, you don't have to go through that whole process of going through engine upgrade from an 883 to 1200, and the cost difference between an Iron 1200 and the Iron 883 is only within like $1,000. So unless you are really dead set on getting the 883, Iron 1200 definitely has a better bang for the buck, because you already have the upgrades that you potentially want, which is mini ape bar, mini fairing, and most importantly the 1200cc Evo engine. Ooh. Damn, that looks dangerous. I definitely feel more confident riding the 1200cc Sportster on the highway compared to the 883, just because I know there's extra power to be delivered at the higher RPMs compared to my 883. And when push comes to shove and I want to push forward because of a situation on the road, I would trust the bigger displaced motorcycle that can pull forward than something that is slightly underpowered. And I'm not saying 883 is underpowered, I'm just stating the obvious that the 1200 definitely has more power to push than the 883 does. As a brand new rider, I think this bike would be a pretty good fit, as long as you had some practice on a different motorcycle, either on your MSF course or just trying it out from your friend's bike. But it's not a hard bike to learn from, because you still have that mid control, which gives a rider a lot more comfortable stance and increases that confidence, where As a beginner rider, confidence is very important. The cornering feels very similar to my Iron 83, which doesn't say much, but it's not too bad. The suspension of the bike is pretty much the same, but the only difference is I feel the vibration a lot more on the handlebars on this Iron 1200 compared to my Iron 883. I do feel my hands getting slightly numb from all the vibration. In terms of wind protection, I don't know what this mini fairing actually is doing. I guess it kind of makes it look cooler and maybe more of a club style look, but I don't think it's doing too much for the rider. What I don't understand though is why Iron 1200 and the Iron 883 must have a different gas tank. The 1200 has the AMF colorful logo on it, which I'm not the biggest fan of. It looks nice, but to be honest, I like the Iron 883 tank designs way better. Back to the Harley Davidson dealership here. Boom. I have finally finished riding all the new versions of Sportsters. So this was the Iron 1200 with the sexy AMF green logo here. And yeah, it rides like an Iron with a bigger engine. And to be honest, as a new rider, it didn't feel overpowering. The rider stance, because it is mid-control, it did feel very stable. And I think if you're in the market to wanting a bike that you can grow into for a lot longer compared to the 883, I definitely recommend trying out the 1200 as well. So in my future videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a detailed analysis and how I felt as a new rider on all the Sportster models between the years of 2020 to 2021. And then I'll tally up which I found more fun, which I found more better at handling. So look out for that. Till next time, thanks for watching. Ride safe, ride prepared, ride on. Peace.